What's up, everybody? Welcome back to part 7 of my John Farrick book review, Wrecking Crew, Demolishing the Case Against Steven Avery. You can pick it up on Amazon. If you're interested in the Making a Murderer case in Steven Avery's case, I definitely recommend picking this book up. It is an excellent read filled with all kinds of great information. He talks about other cases and other situations that happened in the area as well. So again, pick it up on Amazon. It is a great read. Now I'll just explain what I do here, just in case you're new to the channel. This book obviously was written years ago and a lot of new evidence has come out since. So it's not supposed to be a video about breaking new evidence or anything like that. It's talking about what was going on at the time this book was released. So of course, like I said, new evidence, tons of new evidence have come out since, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about what he wrote in the book and what was happening at the time the book was written. I have also done book reviews of Jerry Buting's book, who was one of Steven Avery's original trial attorneys, and I did a book review of Ken Kratz's book as well. I like to go over both sides of the story whenever possible. If you're interested in seeing either one of those, let me know, drop a comment below, and I will give you a link to the playlist where you can watch those videos. Alright, here we go. We're going to jump into part 7. John Farrick asks, if Manitowoc County's Sheriff's Office was never supposed to be investigating Steven Avery's case because of what happened in his 1985 case and it being a conflict of interest, then why did someone come out of retirement on the 5th day that Teresa Halbach was missing? Now, you could argue that this person was just wanted to help, he was concerned, or could there allegedly been other things, other reasons why this person came out of retirement? And of course, we're talking about Mike Bushman. And of course, the day he came out of retirement to help the Teresa Halbach missing persons case was the day that they would have the most success in finding undiscovered physical evidence as well as mysterious evidence that strongly suggests Teresa Halbach had been killed a half-mile away from Steven Avery's property. They're of course talking about Cuss Road. The book talks about how Bushman never wrote a single report concerning any of his involvement on Cuss Road, even though he was made team leader. He came out of retirement for one day, was made team leader, found all this stuff, and did not even bother to write a report about it. Extremely interesting. The book talks about how on November 7th, Lieutenant James Lank and Andrew Colborn got assigned to start searching vehicles on the Avery salvage yard, which means they were looking inside them, opening up trunks, etc., looking for so-called evidence. They, of course, did not write any reports to talk about what they did in the checking of the cars. Now remember, that was November 7th. The cars were also checked on November 6th, and they didn't find anything then either. And then on November 8th, people were reassigned to search the lot again. And this was, of course, the day after Andrew Colborn and James Lank searched around the lot and did not write a report about it. So, of course, on November 8th, 2005, shortly after 9 a.m., they conveniently discovered Teresa Halbach's license plate folded up in a car on Steven Avery's property. On that same day, November 8th, 2005, James Lank and Andrew Colborn also made their way over to Steven Avery's trailer for what was like the 7th or 8th time. He writes in the book the umpteenth time, which is probably more accurate. This was the day they went into Steven Avery's bedroom and started messing with the cabinet that was next to his desk. And of course, Andrew Colburn's report for his duties that day completely avoided anything to do with being in Steven Avery's bedroom. He left that up to James Lank. And of course, that was the day that the key mysteriously showed up. So they found the license plate and the key the same morning. Also later that afternoon, Sergeant Jason Jost started walking around the area of Steven Avery's burn pile where they would allegedly find bones. Remember, no forensic anthropologists were called to the scene, and the Manitowoc County coroner was kept away from the scene. I believe it's in season 2 of Making a Murderer, where the coroner is interviewed and talks about all the things that were told to her to make sure she did not come to the crime scene. It is absolutely ridiculous. If you haven't seen the interview with the coroner, watch season 2 of Making a Murderer. Look it up. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube probably. But if not, it's definitely on Netflix. It's a part of Making a Murderer. Check it out. And the things she was told to make her not come to the crime scene was absolutely bonkers. There were also no photographs and no video of them finding the bones. You're telling me that this giant discovery of bones on Steven Avery's property is not worth photographing or documenting with video? That's some gigantic evidence that they allegedly found that they decided not to document. Again, absolutely bonkers. Just to recap, no forensic anthropologists were called, the coroner was not allowed on the scene, and they didn't photograph or take any video evidence of the bones being found. They were just days away from former Sheriff Tom Kosarik being deposed in the $36 million lawsuit that Steven Avery was bringing against the county. But now, of course, because all of this stuff was allegedly found on Steven Avery's property, the deposition that was scheduled for November 15th with Dennis Vogel and Tom Kosarik would never happen. And that's where I'm going to leave part 7. If you believe Steven Avery's guilty, that's fine. Believe whatever you want. Why was all of this stuff done? Why was the coroner kept away? Why was there no forensic anthropologist called to the scene? Why was there no video or photographic evidence taken when they found the bones? Just absolutely crazy. They had no idea that there was this film crew there that was eventually going to put this documentary on Netflix, and it was gonna blow up worldwide. That's why they didn't care. But luckily, there was the Making a Murderer film crew there that blew this up worldwide. So, like I said, that's where I'm going to end part 7. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you again soon.